This is the local need that was originally scheduled for 2 weeks ago. And I had a conversation with Sister Who. What she said I would like for you to really notice. In fact, she would have said it herself via telephone from Doctors West, but the telephone system wouldn't allow us to hear her, so she thought it'd be best for me to just share it with you. When asking her how she was doing, she said that she has had heart failure, cognitive other failures, and when she went down the whole long list of everything that she has suffered from, diabetes, dialysis, and medication, 12 different medications, I thought, wow. So I asked her, but every time we see her, she looks great. And so I asked her, how is it that you always have a great smile and you're always encouraging? She said she lives by a certain scripture, and that scripture is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 18. And she also said that she keeps her eyes on the prize. And she said, I think there's a scripture for that. And here it is. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 18 says, while we keep our eyes not on the things seen, but on the things unseen. For the things seen are temporary, but the things unseen are everlasting. I thought, wow, keep our eyes on the prize. Maybe she means keep our eyes on paradise. So as some of you know, I began asking them, quite a few of you, what would you like best about being in paradise? What does it mean to you to keep your eyes on the prize? And some of you had answers that were very, very encouraging. So let me ask you again, what would paradise be like for you? What does it mean to keep your eyes on the prize? Maybe we should find out. Okay.
Once again, it is of death once here again, when deserts blossom as the rose, and from parched ground fresh water flows, when the lame ones leap just like the heart. Loved ones never have to part. Such blessed times you'll realize if you keep your eye on the prize. When tongues of new ones speak again, when old ones will be young again, when earth will yield to its increase, and all good things will never cease, when songs of children fill the air, when joy and peace are everywhere, then too you'll see the dead arise, if you keep your eyes on the prize. When wolves and lambs will feed as one, when bears and calves bask in the sun, a mere young boy will lead them all, and they will heed his childish call. When tears belong to yesterday, when fears and pain have passed away,
Marie Dade. Uh-huh. Wow, that is truly amazing. You look great. I was just sitting out here. You know, I have Jehovah's blessed me with my own lake. I have my own lake. I used to love to fish, and now I have my own lake, Lake Marie. And I was just out here praising Jehovah. I was so thankful. Do you know, for the first time, I got to see my husband, Robert. He was resurrected. It's been so wonderful. Also, we're enjoying our neighborhood here. Everyone truly loves Jehovah. It's truly a blessing to be with one another that really love each other. What have you been doing?
I have been taking advantage of this great health. I love to walk. Everywhere I go, I walk. I've walked around the world, and I've just seen people resurrected. I've taught them about Jehovah. I've just been enjoying great health. You know, isn't it a blessing that we kept our eyes on the prize and we're obedient to Jehovah?
That's so fabulous. My goodness, Willie Jackson. What have you been doing?
Well, you know, I've just been enjoying being here. There's nothing like it. I thank Jehovah every day that he gave me the opportunity to be here and to have, a good health. But I've also enjoyed spending time with my family. You know, it's a blessing to be here and to be able to share it with a large family. You know, I have over 2,000 great-grands and grandkids now. It's amazing. And it's so nice to be able to have them all around me and Robert all the time. And you know, what's so funny about it is that in the old system, we couldn't keep up with them. They were so busy, and we used to have to chase after them and everything. But now we have this youthful energy. Now they can't keep up with us. We're chasing them. I mean, it's so funny. How about you? Have you seen anyone else from the Northeast congregation?
As a matter of fact, I have. This morning, I seen Brother and Sister Wiggins playing volleyball. Yes, and it was so amazing because I actually saw him, but for the first time, he saw me in the new system. So that was excellent. I also saw Brother and Sister Watkins playing soccer next to him. And then, if you wouldn't believe it, I saw Sister Miller, and you wouldn't recognize her now. She's got long blonde hair. It's truly amazing. We made it. I'm so glad we kept our integrity to Jehovah. This is so fabulous.
Well, let's go see some of these people we haven't seen in forever. You can show us the way.
Perfect. Everyone is within 100 miles from me. We can just get started walking to their house now.
Well, crossing the Red Sea, okay. Now here we are, all of us, the whole nation of Israel. We're camped at the Red Sea, right there on the seashore. We have jagged mountain cliffs to this side and to that side, and the Red Sea right there in front of us. So after about a little while that we've gotten there, all of a sudden here come Pharaoh and his armies, just out of nowhere, coming after us. So after about 5 minutes of general panic, because we didn't know what we were going to do, Jehovah gave word to Moses. He told Moses to lift his arm, to lift his rod up above the sea and split the waters of the Red Sea in two. I never saw the like of it. I really can't describe it all that well, but what I can tell you is, so after a while, we sat there, and Moses gave us direction. He said, don't be afraid of those Egyptians, because the Egyptians that you see today, you will never see again. No, never again will you see these Egyptians. And he also said that Jehovah was going to fight for us, while we ourselves were going to remain silent. So we all went right on into the middle of the seabed on dry ground. The whole nation. It was about 3 million of us. After a while, Jehovah allowed the Egyptians to come and go ahead and pursue us. And then he started to take wheels off their chariots, one after the other. It was so exciting. Then at length, we were able to get all the way onto the other side. And then Jehovah gave word to Moses again. He said, lower your rod so that the waters of the Red Sea may come down on the Egyptians. So they did. They drowned every last one of them. Not one of them was able to escape.
So weren't you scared?
Scared? Please. This is Joshua you're talking to. Yeah. We were scared. We were very scared. Everybody was terrified. But you know, we didn't have time to sit around and think about how scared we were. We knew to do 3 things. Trust in Jehovah, keep moving, and keep our eyes on the prize. Hey, have I ever told you about the story of the Battle of the 5 Kings and how the sun had to stand still so that we could finish the battle? Okay, well, I tell you what. Well, we don't have time now, but next time I'll tell you that story, and you can tell me a story. You can tell me how Jehovah preserved you and your family through the Great Tribulation.
April and Dorothy, can you believe it? We're in paradise.
No.
How beautiful. Guess who I saw?
Who?
I saw Isaac talking to Sarah. And you know, Sarah wanted to know what was going on. And I told her, I said, you know, I know 2 people that named their baby after her because they like it, because the baby was like a pound. And they liken it as a miracle because of her having Isaac. And she just thought, you know, she said, Jehovah can do anything. And I said, I know it because I'm here in paradise with you. And I'm always going to keep my eyes on the prize. I'm so glad I did that.
Oh, that's something, isn't it?
It's wonderful.
Well, guess what? I was at home, and I was standing there, and I looked up, and I seen Alicia and Joe Heisley just running down. She was chasing her brother. You know how she was so silly sometimes, and she just took her brother, threw him on the ground. They were just rolling around in the grass, and she's just kissing all over him. And then, you know, I was over here in my beautiful garden. You know how I always love my beautiful flowers. And I was just sitting there, and all of a sudden I heard these 2 voices behind me, and they said, can we help? And I turned around, and they were just dancing and dancing. Guess who it was? Thelma Kelfer.
No.
And Betty Kennett. Can you believe that? And they looked at me like, you used to help me in service. We don't need your help anymore. So that was really something. So I was just so happy that I've kept my eyes on the prize so that I could see them.
Well, you know, Abigail has always been one of my favorite people. She's been considered the sensible one. And you know, when her husband Nabal, he wouldn't help David, she rode ahead and made sure that the provisions were there. You know, Abigail was very, very sensible, and you know, she brought joy. She brought much joy to David and the people that he had with him at that time. And you know, I look forward to seeing her again. She was smiling and very happy. I want to be Abigail. I want to be sensible.
Well, you're not going to believe this because she was married to David, right?
Yes.
Well, I saw David.
What?
And I said, oh, David, I was so encouraged with the Bible stories about how he conquered Goliath. And he told me that whole story, how he did that. But you know, I'm also a musician, so I had to ask him, can you please teach me how to play the harp? So he was showing me that also. But I did tell him that I was encouraged a lot because, you know, you have a lot of problems. And so now that I look at my problems, I think of Goliath, that, you know, it's real big like that. But I keep my eyes on the prize and depend on Jehovah, and it helps me handle things.
You know, I was hearing a lot of noise coming from the back room. My garden where I was working again, and there was Tom. You know how loud he can be. But then there was 2 other people in there that was louder than him. Brother Pace, Brother Rhodes, and they were just in there just hugging each other. And then I seen come out the back room. Brother Dave was there too. He he's popping up everywhere. And then I looked out the window, and I tell you, I seen my sister, Sister Ferradas. She was walking down with Connie Thompson's mom. And they were in a serious conversation. And then they just broke out into a dance too, so everybody's just happy these days.
April, you're not going to believe this. You know what? I went to see Noah today.
And you know, I don't like cats, but I like the big boys. And you know what he did? He loaned this to me, a tiger.
Wow.
And guess
Wow.
what? You know what? Tigers used to eat people, but now, you know, they're not ferocious anymore, so I don't feel bad. Well, you know, he's kind of a little guy. But you know what? Check this out.
I see something in here.
Keep going, keep going. You know what?
Oh, okay.
Look here, April. Apples now. Not people, not carnivals. Apples.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Can we pat him?
Sure.
Oh, that's pretty.
Okay, I'll get
I like
back to
the
Noah.
Hi, Connie. Come on, I need to have you meet someone.
Maria, I really don't have a lot of time. I just picked some fruits and I'm gonna make dinner.
But this is important. I promised her I would bring you over to meet her. Come on. The faster you walk, the faster you get back.
Oh, okay. Who is it?
Oh, there she is.
Maria, that's my mother. Oh, Maria. Thank you. Oh, Mama. It's so good to see you. I missed you so much. Oh, my goodness.
Honey, what a blessing.
Oh, definitely. I tell you, Mama, when you passed, there was so many empty moments. But you know what? Jehovah and the love of the friends got me through all of it.
Connie, the pain was so intense. I just couldn't bear it. But it's a blessing to see you again, baby.
Oh, Mama. You know, Mama, one of the things I wanted to mention, too, is that one of the last things you told me to do right before you passed, one of the things that you told me was to take care of Dad the way you took care of me. And you know what, Mama? Guess who's here with us right now in paradise?
Did you keep my promise, Connie?
Yes, I did. Let's go right now and greet him.
I'm gonna need some tissue. I don't know about you. Which scene did you like best? Yes, I want to commend everyone for such a magnificent job and all the hours of work that you put into that. And Brother Moyer, I want to borrow your handkerchief when you're finished. It's gonna be wet, okay, no problem. Maybe it was the animals. Maybe it was great health. Maybe it was seeing your loved one again. Maybe it was seeing ancient Bible characters again. Maybe it was just being in paradise, knowing that you had no stress. Maybe it was throwing away all the things that you don't need anymore. Maybe it was just singing and holding your baby and holding your loved ones. Whatever it is for you, or maybe as Brother Radcliffe says, it's a million things. Whatever it is for you, hold that in your heart. And what scripture did we look at earlier today? If you remember, let's look at it again. Sister Hoover has it down, so I think I want to get it down pat. My all-star scripture for the week. That's 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 18, which says, while we keep our eyes not on the things seen, but on the things unseen. For the things seen are temporary, but the things unseen are everlasting. Yes, a time when doves will fill the air, where joy and happiness are everywhere. such blessed times we will realize. We will even see the dead arise if we keep our eyes on the prize. Thank you, and next is Brother Chapman with his part